What if I told you that a simple $50 bill in your wallet could be worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars? Most people spend these bills without a second thought, but collectors know that certain printing mistakes can turn ordinary money into extraordinary treasure. Today, we're uncovering the rare $50 bill errors that could completely change how you look at your cash forever. $50 bills don't get the same attention as $100 notes, but when it comes to printing errors, they can be just as valuable, sometimes even more. The reason is simple. Fewer $50 bills are printed compared to smaller denominations, and serious errors are far less common. That combination of rarity and demand makes certain mistakes incredibly desirable to collectors. One of the most valuable and dramatic errors found on $50 bills is the misprint error. This happens when the printing process goes wrong and part of the design is misplaced, missing, or duplicated. Some misprints are subtle, while others are so obvious that even someone with no collecting experience can spot them instantly. A large misprint on a $50 bill can easily sell for several $100s, and in extreme cases, much more. Another highly collectible error is the off-center print. This occurs when the bill is not aligned properly during printing, causing the design to be shifted to one side. Minor off-centering is fairly common and doesn't add much value. However, when the design is dramatically off-center and parts of the bill are missing or pushed close to the edge, collectors take notice. A severely off-center $50 bill with clear margins can sell for hundreds of dollars, depending on condition. One of the most exciting errors collectors look for is the missing ink error. In these cases, certain colors or entire sections of the bill were never printed. This might mean missing serial numbers, missing seals, or faded portraits. Missing ink errors are extremely eye-catching, and the more obvious the missing elements, the higher the value. Some missing ink $50 bills have sold for over $1,000 at auction. Closely related to missing ink errors are faded or weak print errors. These bills appear unusually light, almost washed out, because the ink did not fully transfer during printing. While subtle fading doesn't always add value, dramatic weak print errors that affect major parts of the design can be highly collectible. Collectors often compare these bills side by side with normal examples to highlight the difference. Another rare and valuable type of error is the double print error. This happens when the bill passes through the printing press more than once, causing parts of the design to appear doubled or blurred. Double prints are often mistaken for wear or damage, but true printing doubles have very specific characteristics. On $50 bills, a clear double print can dramatically increase the bill's value, especially if the serial numbers or portrait are affected. Mismatched serial numbers are another error collectors love. Normally, the serial numbers on a bill should match perfectly in color, font, and alignment. In rare cases, printing mistakes cause mismatched numbers, inverted serials, or serials printed in the wrong color. A $50 bill with mismatched serial numbers is extremely collectible and can command a high premium depending on how dramatic the error is. One of the rarest and most valuable errors you can find is the missing serial number error. These bills were released without one or both serial numbers printed. Because serial numbers are essential for tracking currency, missing serials are uncommon and highly sought after. A $50 bill missing both serial numbers can be worth many times its face value. Collectors also hunt for overprint errors, where seals or serial numbers are printed on top of other design elements incorrectly. For example, a seal overlapping the portrait or serial numbers printed in the wrong location can significantly increase the value. The more unusual the placement, the more collectors are willing to pay. Another fascinating category is fold-over errors. These occur when the paper is folded during printing, causing part of the design to be printed on the wrong area, or not printed at all. When the bill is unfolded, the error becomes visible and often dramatic. Fold-over errors on $50 bills are rare and can easily sell for hundreds of dollars. There are also ink smear and ink splatter errors, where excess ink spreads across the bill. While small smears are common, large, dramatic ink splashes that obscure major parts of the design are considered collectible. These errors are especially appealing when they create a unique, almost artistic look. Another error that often goes unnoticed is the wrong paper error. In extremely rare cases, a $50 bill is printed on paper intended for a different denomination. These errors are exceptionally valuable because they demonstrate a major breakdown in the production process. When authenticated, wrong paper errors can sell for thousands of dollars. Condition plays a huge role in determining the value of any error bill. Crisp, uncirculated bills with sharp corners and no folds are always worth more than heavily worn examples. Even a rare error can lose significant value if the bill is damaged, torn, or stained. Authentication is also critical. If you believe you've found an error $50 bill, it's important not to try cleaning or altering it in any way. Professional grading services can confirm whether the error is genuine and provide a protective holder that preserves the bill's value. Many people mistakenly think that all unusual-looking bills are errors, but damage caused after circulation, such as ink stains, cuts, or fading, does not count as a printing error. True errors occur during the manufacturing process at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Collectors are especially interested in older series $50 bills, particularly those printed decades ago. Older bills combined with major errors tend to be far more valuable than modern notes with minor mistakes. That said, even modern $50 bills with extreme errors can still fetch impressive prices. What makes error collecting so exciting is the unpredictability. You could receive a rare error bill as change from a store, find one tucked away in an old wallet, or discover it while sorting through saved cash at home. Many valuable error notes have been found purely by accident. If you're serious about searching for valuable $50 bill errors, take your time and inspect each bill carefully under good lighting. Look closely at the serial numbers, seals, alignment, ink quality, and overall print clarity. Even small details can make a big difference. As interest in paper money collecting continues to grow, error notes are becoming more popular than ever. Prices for rare and dramatic errors have steadily increased, making them a fascinating mix of history, art, and investment. Before you spend your next $50 bill, take a moment to look at it closely. That ordinary-looking note might not be ordinary at all. It could be hiding a printing mistake that collectors would love to own. And if you enjoy learning about valuable money hiding in plain sight, make sure to subscribe, because there are countless rare coins and bills still waiting to be discovered.